Good morning. You're watching a live stream from the Robert Quinn Fire Academy for the Chicago Fire Department graduation ceremony for the paramedic class of March 2021. Today's ceremony begins with the invocation offered by Chicago Fire Department Chaplain, Father Gary Graff.
Before I offer the invocation, I invite all of you, as proud members of the Chicago Fire Department this day, before you take your oath, to take a deep breath. Breathe in. As an open water diver, my scuba instructor told me one day when I said, in this particular situation, what should I do? He said, breathe. Breathing is good. When we exhale, God inhales. When God exhales, we inhale. It is the same breath. And from your mother's womb in Jeremiah says that each of us were called from our mother's womb to do precisely what we're called to do with our lives. You have been precisely called from your mother's wombs to be here this day and to take this incredible oath. There is no more essential worker in life the world has discovered than the paramedic. You are being called upon in the hour of most need. As humanity, we are very frail and we are weak and broken. And at times we do really dumb things, and that's when you're called upon to be there to extend one's life. But even as you begin that journey this day, as you invoke God's name and receive God's blessing, know that in those moments when you have done everything humanly possible to extend one's life and nothing more can be done, hand that individual over to God. And let God do only what God can do, transform death into life. In the meantime, while all of us have to die, we have to live. And thanks to you, we can live longer and better lives because of the oath that you will take this day and the unique preparation and formation you have received in this very place to do what you're about to do. And so let's pray. Lord God, we thank you for the gift of life and the many gifts you have given each of us, unique gifts to fulfill our career and our mission in this world. Bless these members of the Chicago Fire Department as paramedics who are called to be the most essential workers in life, to extend lives so that we can continue to do what we are called to do until that glorious day in which you will call us home to you. In the meantime, while we all have to die, we have to live and do everything in our power to make life blessed and hopeful, that today might be better than yesterday and tomorrow might be better than today. Might that be our prayer this day, through Christ our Lord.
Drill instructor, please seat the class. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, the Honorable Mayor, Lori Lightfoot.
Good morning, everyone. It's my great honor to be here today to congratulate Chicago's newest cohort of paramedics, which is made up of 42 men and women who come from all different walks of life, but have come together to answer the needs of our residents. You have finally made it to a point in our journey with COVID-19 where ceremonies like these are beginning to feel a bit more like pre-COVID times. And I want to say hello to the family members who are here, who have been with you on this journey, and who will stand in support and love of all of you as you continue in this next chapter in your career. That's not only the work that we've done to get to this moment is not only a testament to more and more residents getting vaccinated, but paramedics like you who have helped to care for and even vaccinate our residents who are the most at risk of contracting or have fallen ill to COVID. Despite the incredible challenges of this past year, each and every one of you were able to remain focused and engaged in your classes. And for many of you, it's these same challenges that made you even more determined to become a paramedic for the Chicago Fire Department and serve our great city, which needs you now more than ever. Before a paramedic ever came to our city, before a pandemic ever came to our city, our paramedics were already on the front lines, stepping into high-pressure situations, with clear heads and laser focus to ensure their patients had the care that they needed when they needed it most. When the pandemic did come to our city, this clear-headedness and laser focus was only amplified as our paramedics remained at the front lines and spent seemingly endless hours on the job and taking care of residents who had fallen ill to this new, invisible, but deadly threat. Today, each of you will join the ranks of these brave men and women and become an invaluable part of our city's effort to respond to and recover from this terrible pandemic. And during this most trying and often tragic year, the men and women of the Chicago Fire Department have honored the history and legacy of service by being there for our residents in their time of greatest need, by providing safe practices at testing sites available and open to the public, by supporting our quarantine and isolation housing, and in Basque Nations playing an incredible and invaluable role, by staffing pods that are open to the residents, staffing pods that are open to fellow city employees, being part of mobile integrated healthcare, well, that's a fancy way of saying being ready and available in the community to help where we needed it most, particularly with our homebound program, which allowed people who otherwise might not have gotten a vaccine to get a vaccine because you showed up at their doorstep and provided this life-saving cure, and supporting all sorts of other efforts across the city. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are stepping into a department that is long in history, long in service and sacrifice. And I want all of you to determine today that you will be worthy of this living legacy of sacrifice and service set forth by your fellow brothers and sisters. Now, you've spent hours upon hours preparing for this job. I know that you are ready to answer the call of residents who are sick or frightened and in dire need of your help when you meet them on sometimes their worst day. You've experienced levels of tiredness and stress unlike anything you've ever experienced before, no doubt. And what has and will continue to keep you going is the very thing that sets our city apart from any other place on the planet, and that's our resiliency and our mettle. This is the same fighting spirit that got our city through a great fire, a great depression, and now a great pandemic. And in each instance of those other historical challenges, we have risen as a city to be even stronger, more united. And the fire department has always been there for us, and you're there for us now. It's that same fighting spirit that flows through each and every one of you and sheds light even on our darkest days. Furthermore, your dedication to our city will not go unnoticed by our residents you serve. And as you will inspire a wave of others who will, like you, join the line of work and ensure that our city's pipeline of talented paramedics never runs dry. Now, speaking of this pipeline of talent, I want to also take a moment to commend the woman who recently took charge of leading our fire department and continuing this long legacy of being the best department in the nation. From humble and grateful daughter of parents who ran a grocery store on the West Side and then in Roseland, a product of Chicago Public Schools and a graduate of Chicago State, Annette Nance-Holt initially worked as an accountant in the private sector, but felt that pull that we all do to public service and became a firefighter in 1990. And I am proud to announce today that I am nominating Annette Nance-Holt as the next commissioner of the Chicago Fire Department. Pending City Council approval, Annette will be the first ever female fire commissioner, putting yet another crack in that glass ceiling. And, you know, I know a thing or two about firsts. So, Madam Commissioner, welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Commissioner Nance-Holt first made history in 2018 when she became our city's first woman and first black woman to serve as Deputy Fire Commissioner. And now, 3 years later, she will make history yet again by becoming our city's first ever woman and black woman to serve as Fire Commissioner. At a time when we still have work to do in order to eradicate the scourges of discrimination, racism, and sexism from the firefighter and other professions, Commissioner Nance's appointment couldn't come at a better time, and will further root our city's values of equity and inclusion in this great fire department. Beyond making history, Commissioner Nance-Holt also brings more than 3 decades of experience into this role, and I'm told she's held virtually every position in this department except for engineer. As I said, she started in 1990, which is just 4 years after the first women were hired as firefighters here in Chicago. And through hard work and perseverance and an unwavering commitment to serving our residents, she moved through the ranks, serving as Lieutenant of the Fire Prevention Bureau, Lieutenant Emergency Medical Technician in Fire Suppression and Rescue, Lieutenant in EMT in the Training Division, Captain EMT in Fire Suppression and Rescue, Battalion Chief EMT in Headquarters Relief, Deputy Chief District for District 4, and most recently, 1st District Fire Commissioner. Commissioner Nance's impressive career has brought meaningful change not only to our fire department, but to our city as a whole. Graduates, look to Commissioner Nance-Holt's exemplary example of sacrifice and service, even in the face of her own personal pain and tragedy. She is the real deal, and I have total confidence and support of her to lead this fire department in its next chapter. So congratulations to you. You've got big shoes to fill, but I'm sure you're up to the task. Though all of you have different experiences, you will all be united under the same oath in a few moments. The oath that gives our residents hope and assures them that someone will be there for them when they need it most. And on behalf of a grateful city, thank you all for answering that call and continuing to lead our city during this challenging moment. I'm immensely grateful for your dedication to bettering the lives of our residents and serving our communities. And again, thank you to the families, one and all, for you being there, being supportive and loving. They will need you. They will need you as they too will see all manner of tragedy and stress in the lives of their fellow residents, and will need that support and that healing balm that only family and loved ones can provide. So thank you and congratulations. God bless you. And now I'd like to welcome up Commissioner Annette Nance-Holt.
Wow, good morning. So when I first wrote my speech, I was Acting Fire Commissioner Annette Nance-Holt, so I can scratch that off the list, and hopefully after confirmation, Fire Commissioner Annette Nance-Holt. I am honored to stand. It is my honor to stand here before you today and know that you are my very first class that I will swear in. Thank you, Mayor Lightfoot, for this opportunity to serve the citizens of Chicago and lead the greatest fire department in the world. Truly, we are. Also, for your continued leadership, support, and belief in the men and women of the Chicago Fire Department. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank both the Quinn Fire Academy and Fire Academy South instructors on a job well done in preparing our candidates for this memorable occasion. Today, we are here to celebrate the accomplishments of these men and women who have answered the call for service and decided they wanted to proudly serve the citizens as a Chicago Fire Department paramedic. I also want to thank the family members and loved ones that are watching online, because without their support and understanding, this reality would be much more challenging. Candidates, please stand up and give your family and loved ones a round of applause. Stand up. Give them a round of applause. They can see you. You can be seated. Thank you for sharing them with us. So what I want to tell you is to always remember that you will be answering the call for someone on their worst day, and they will remember how you made them feel. You have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression about the Chicago Fire Department and the services we provide to our citizens. Last year, our paramedics responded to over 300,000 dispatched ambulance events, even during a global pandemic. So always remember, treat everyone with respect and dignity as if they were your own family member. During your career, you will respond to calls for assistance. They will range from the most tragic to the most celebratory, such as bringing a new life into the world. No matter which one it is, know that you will make a difference. Please understand there will be losses and it will take a toll on you, even when you do not realize it. My advice to you, after 30 years on the job, it is to always remember that you have your CFD family and support that is available to you, and please be open to asking for it and accepting help. Continue to study and prepare yourself for advancement. Most important, accept help from mentors. You'll need them, because you are the future of the Chicago Fire Department. Congratulations and welcome to the CFD family. Be safe out there. Thank you. Okay, you're going to repeat after me, and there's going to be pauses in it. So, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the State of Illinois, the ordinances of the City of Chicago, the Code of Conduct, the rules and regulations, the practices and procedures of the Chicago Fire Department, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a member of the Fire Department. Congratulations, and like I said, welcome to the family. Okay, you can lower your hands.
Drill instructor, prepare the class for badge presentation. Joseph Babick. Christian Bedziak. Geraldo Casas. Cody Rayback. Zachary Johnson. Bridget McKinley. Sergio Mendoza. Paul Nijava. Samantha Robledo. Shlomo Stark. Sam Wu. Anthony Cataldo. Natalie Cheshire. Harry Ding. Nicholas Ernst. Saul Garcia, Joe L. Hernandez, Jake Hoffman, Mark Kuchma, Erica Miranda, Alina Solis, Lauren Trilovich, Juan Almazan, Kevin Brennan, Johnny Gonzalez, Gregory James, Agata Rodolowski, Ebro Kopich, John Lewis III, Angela Moser, Alexandru Pod, Daniel Suarez, Simon Carrillo, Caitlin Flood, Stephen Gallagher, Michael Moss, Camila Olakowska, Bradley Petty, Anthony Suarez, Giannini Valsecchi, Joanna Rosa Velez, Dominic Yale, presenting special awards, Assistant Deputy Chief Paramedic, Donna Murphy.
Everyone. On behalf of the Chicago Fire Department and EMS Training Division, I want to welcome the mayor, the exempt staff, other fire department staff members, and the family and friends of our candidates graduating today. I am proud to announce the recipients of the 3 EMS Training Academy Awards. The first award is the Physical Training Award. This award represents excellence in physical training for the fire paramedic class of March 22nd, 2021. As we have observed a great deal of effort and improvement among all of our candidates from day 1 to the last day, Candidate Fire Paramedic Dominic Yale has surpassed the physical training standards and expectations with his exemplary and tireless performance during our physical training sessions, as well as our final physical assessment. Congratulations, Dominic Yale. You can come up and get your award. The second award I'm going to present is our Academic Award. This award represents the excellence in achieving the highest academic average in the class. This candidate earned a 95.5%, and according to his dad, who is a chief on this job, says that all he did was study and prepare for this job. I would like to congratulate and invite candidate Nicholas Ernst to the stage. Congratulations. All right, final award. This is the Dwayne Redmond Award. PIC Dwayne Redmond was a 26-year EMS member of the Chicago Fire Department. On June 2nd, 2016, Dwayne passed away from sudden cardiac arrest. Throughout his career, Dwayne exemplified leadership, compassion, integrity, brotherhood, and exceptional patient care to the citizens and the visitors of the city of Chicago. He was admired and respected by his peers and his coworkers. His attitude and his work ethic inspired all those who knew him. The Dwayne Redmond Award is presented to the candidate fire paramedic who was selected by his or her peers, who represents these attributes and is a true representation of the honor and the pride of the Chicago Fire Department and the EMS division. Not only has this candidate received the Physical Training Award, candidate Yale has been chosen to receive the distinction of leadership, integrity, and supporting and encouraging his fellow candidates. He is frequently the first one to volunteer to assist the instructors with the day-to-day tasks, and he always maintained a positive attitude both in and out of the classroom. Lastly, his academic excellence rounds out the description of this exceptional individual. Congratulations, candidate fire paramedic Dominic Yale. I would like to bring you to the stage to receive your award. Very much.
Drill instructor, you may now dismiss the paramedic class of March 2021.
Lieutenant Cook!
Thank you all for watching.
Ready for them to fall out? Okay, class, fall out. Be safe out there.